If you find yourself lying awake between 3 and 5 a.m. on a regular basis, staring at the ceiling and wondering why your body seems determined to rob you of precious sleep, you're not alone. This frustrating pattern affects millions of women over 60, and what might surprise you is that your body may be trying to communicate important information about your health, your hormones, and your overall well-being through these early morning wake-ups. Sleep medicine specialists and geriatricians who work specifically with older women have identified that waking between 3 and 5 a.m. isn't random. It's often a sign that something specific is happening in your body during these crucial hours. Understanding what your body is trying to tell you during this time can be the key to not only getting better sleep but also addressing underlying health issues that may be affecting your quality of life in ways you haven't even realized. Dr. Matthew Walker, a sleep scientist at UC Berkeley, who has spent decades studying sleep patterns in older adults, explains that the early morning hours represent a critical time in our body's natural circadian rhythm. Between 3 and 5 a.m., several important biological processes are occurring. Your cortisol levels should be at their lowest point. Your core body temperature reaches its minimum, and your body should be in its deepest, most restorative sleep phases. When you're regularly waking during this window, it often indicates that one or more of these processes isn't functioning optimally. Before we explore the specific reasons your body might be waking you during these hours, it's important to understand that this isn't simply about getting older or something you have to accept as a normal part of aging. While sleep patterns do change as we age, consistently waking between 3 and 5 a.m. usually signals that your body needs attention in specific areas that can often be addressed with the right knowledge and approach. The first and most common reason sleep specialists see women over 60 waking between 3 and 5 a.m. involves hormonal changes, particularly fluctuations in cortisol levels that become more pronounced after menopause. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, follows a natural daily pattern where it should be lowest between 3 and 5 a.m. and then begin rising to help you wake up naturally. However, when this pattern is disrupted, it can cause you to wake up precisely when you should be sleeping most deeply. Endocrinologists who study aging and hormones explain that several factors can disrupt healthy cortisol patterns in women over 60. Chronic stress, even low-level stress that you might not consciously notice, can keep cortisol levels elevated throughout the night. Blood sugar imbalances can trigger cortisol release during the night as your body tries to maintain stable glucose levels. Additionally, the hormonal changes that continue for years after menopause can affect how your body regulates cortisol production and release. Dr. Sarah Gottfried, a hormone specialist who works with women in perimenopause and postmenopause, notes that when cortisol spikes between 3 and 5 a.m., it often indicates that your adrenal glands are working overtime to compensate for other hormonal imbalances or stresses in your system. This early morning cortisol surge can leave you feeling wired and alert when you should be sleeping, and it often contributes to that feeling of being tired but wired that many women experience. The solution often involves addressing the underlying causes of cortisol, disruption through stress management techniques, blood sugar stabilization, and sometimes working with healthcare providers to evaluate overall hormone balance. Simple changes like avoiding late evening meals, practicing relaxation techniques before bed, and maintaining consistent sleep schedules can often help restore healthy cortisol patterns. The second major reason for early morning waking involves blood sugar, fluctuations that become more common and more problematic as we age. Between 3 and 5 a.m., your body's glucose stores are naturally at their lowest point. If your blood sugar drops too low during this time, your body responds by releasing stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol to help raise blood sugar levels. And these stress hormones wake you up in the process. Geriatric medicine specialists explain that older women are particularly susceptible to nighttime blood sugar swings for several reasons. Metabolism slows with age, making it harder to maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the night. Muscle mass typically decreases with age, and muscle tissue helps regulate blood sugar, so less muscle mass can contribute to blood sugar instability. Many women over 60 also have developed insulin resistance or prediabetes, even if they haven't been formally diagnosed. Nutritionists who work with senior women report that dietary habits that might not have caused problems in younger years can begin contributing to sleep disruption in the 60s and beyond. Eating dinner late, having a glass of wine with dinner, consuming too many refined carbohydrates throughout the day, or going to bed on an empty stomach can all contribute to blood sugar swings that wake you up. Between 3 and 5 a.m., the practical approach to addressing blood sugar-related sleep disruption includes having a small, balanced snack before bed that includes protein and healthy fats, avoiding alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime, eating dinner at least 3 hours before sleep when possible, and working with healthcare providers to monitor blood sugar levels if you suspect insulin resistance or diabetes. The third significant cause of early morning waking involves changes in sleep architecture that occur with aging, particularly disruptions in what sleep scientists call slow-wave sleep. The deepest, most restorative phase of sleep that typically occurs in the early morning hours. When this deep sleep phase is disrupted, you're more likely to wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. feeling unrefreshed. Sleep. Researchers have documented that women experience more dramatic changes in sleep architecture after menopause than men do at similar ages. The decline in estrogen affects neurotransmitters that regulate deep sleep, and the loss of progesterone, which has natural sedative effects, can make it harder to maintain continuous deep sleep throughout the night. Dr. Rebecca Robbins, a sleep researcher at Harvard Medical School, explains that when deep sleep is disrupted, it often manifests as waking during the early morning hours, because this is when your body should naturally be cycling through its most important restorative sleep phases. When these phases are interrupted, you wake up feeling like your sleep wasn't refreshing, even if you got what seems like adequate total sleep time. Factors that can disrupt deep sleep in older women include sleep apnea, which becomes more common after menopause, restless leg syndrome, which affects women more than men and can worsen with age, chronic pain conditions that become more prevalent with aging, and medications that can interfere with natural sleep cycles. Addressing sleep architecture issues often requires a comprehensive approach that might include sleep studies to rule out sleep disorders, evaluation of medications that might be affecting sleep, pain management for chronic conditions, and sometimes hormone therapy under medical supervision to help restore more natural sleep patterns. The fourth common cause involves what sleep medicine specialists call hypervigilance, a state where your nervous system becomes overly alert and sensitive during sleep, causing you to wake up in response to minor stimuli that wouldn't have disturbed you in the past. This hypervigilance often develops gradually and can be related to anxiety, depression, or post-traumatic stress that may have developed or worsened with age. Mental health professionals who work with older women note that life transitions common in the 60s and beyond, like retirement, health changes, loss of loved ones, or changes in family dynamics, can create underlying anxiety that manifests as sleep disruption. Even if you don't feel anxious during the day, your nervous system might remain on high alert during sleep, causing you to wake up during the naturally lighter sleep phases that occur between 3 and 5 a.m. Geriatric psychiatrists explain that depression, which is unfortunately common in older women, often manifests as early morning waking rather than difficulty falling asleep. When depression affects sleep, it typically causes people to wake up in the early morning hours and have difficulty getting back to sleep, often accompanied by feelings of sadness, worry, or hopelessness during these wakeful periods. The approach to addressing anxiety and hypervigilance-related sleep disruption often involves relaxation techniques, cognitive behavioral therapy approaches specifically designed for sleep, and sometimes working with mental health professionals to address underlying emotional concerns that may be contributing to nervous system hyperarousal during sleep. The fifth significant cause of early morning waking involves medication side effects that become more pronounced with age and can specifically disrupt sleep during the 3 to 5 a.m. window. Many women over 60 are taking multiple medications, and the combination of different drugs, changes in how your body processes medications as you age, and the timing of when you take certain medications can all contribute to sleep disruption during these crucial early morning hours. Clinical pharmacologists who study medication effects in older adults explain that several types of commonly prescribed medications can interfere with sleep architecture in ways that cause early morning waking. Diuretics, commonly prescribed for blood pressure or heart conditions, can cause you to wake up needing to use the bathroom, but they can also affect electrolyte balance in ways that disrupt sleep patterns. Some blood pressure medications can affect the natural circadian rhythms that regulate sleep and wake cycles. Antidepressants, particularly certain types called SSRIs, can suppress REM sleep and alter the natural progression through sleep stages, leading to more frequent awakenings during the night. Even common over-the-counter medications like antihistamines, which many women use for allergies or as sleep aids, can actually disrupt natural sleep patterns and cause rebound wakefulness in the early morning hours. Dr. Michael Grandner, a sleep medicine specialist who studies medication effects on sleep, notes that the timing of when you take medications can be just as important as which medications you're taking. Some medications that are meant to be energizing, like certain thyroid medications or antidepressants, can cause sleep disruption if taken too late in the day. Even medications taken at dinner time can still be affecting your system during the early morning hours. The solution often involves working with your healthcare providers to review all your medications, including over-the-counter drugs and supplements, discuss the timing of when you take different medications, and potentially adjust dosages or timing to minimize sleep disruption. Never stop or change medications without medical supervision, but don't hesitate to discuss sleep-related side effects with your doctors. The sixth major cause of early morning waking involves physical discomfort and pain that becomes more noticeable during the quiet, still hours of early morning. Arthritis, muscle stiffness, digestive issues, and other physical discomforts that you might be able to ignore or manage during the busy daytime hours can become prominent enough to wake you up when everything else is quiet and your attention isn't distracted by daily activities. Rheumatologists and pain management specialists explain that inflammatory conditions like arthritis often follow circadian rhythms, with inflammation and pain levels naturally fluctuating throughout the day. For many people with arthritis, pain and stiffness are worse in the early morning hours, which can disrupt sleep and cause waking between 3 and 5 a.m. Gastroenterologists note that digestive issues can also contribute to early morning waking. Acid reflux can worsen when lying flat for several hours, and the early morning hours are when stomach acid production naturally increases in preparation for waking. Additionally, changes in gut bacteria and digestive function that occur with aging can contribute to discomfort that's more noticeable during quiet nighttime hours. Temperature regulation problems can also contribute to early morning waking. As we age, our body's ability to regulate temperature becomes less efficient, and the natural drop in core body temperature that occurs between 3 and 5 a.m. can become uncomfortable enough to cause waking, especially if your bedroom isn't properly temperature controlled, or if you're experiencing hot flashes related to hormonal changes. Now, let's discuss comprehensive strategies for addressing these various causes and improving your sleep quality during these crucial early morning hours. The key is understanding that most early morning waking issues require a multifaceted approach rather than a single solution. Sleep hygiene optimization becomes even more important as we age and should be the foundation of any approach to improving early morning sleep. This involves maintaining a consistent sleep schedule Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day? Even on weekends, keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet? Avoiding screens for at least an hour before bedtime? And creating a relaxing bedtime routine that signals to your body that it's time to prepare for sleep? For hormone-related sleep disruption, consider working with healthcare providers who understand the ongoing effects of menopause on sleep. This might involve hormone therapy under medical supervision, bioidentical hormone replacement, or natural approaches like specific supplements that support healthy hormone balance. Stress management becomes crucial for regulating cortisol levels, so incorporating daily relaxation practices, regular gentle exercise, and stress reduction techniques can significantly improve hormone-related sleep disruption. Blood sugar stabilization strategies should focus on maintaining steady glucose levels throughout the night. Have a small bedtime snack that combines protein and healthy fats. Examples include a small handful of nuts, a piece of cheese with a few crackers, or Greek yogurt with a small amount of berries. Avoid alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime, as it can cause blood sugar swings that disrupt sleep. Work with healthcare providers to monitor blood sugar levels and address any insulin resistance or diabetes that might be contributing to nighttime glucose fluctuations. For sleep architecture issues, consider having a sleep study done if you haven't had one recently. Sleep apnea becomes more common with age and can significantly disrupt deep sleep phases. Address any chronic pain conditions that might be interfering with sleep quality. Consider whether any medications you're taking might be affecting your sleep stages, and discuss alternatives with your healthcare providers if necessary. Mental health support is crucial if anxiety, depression, or hypervigilance are contributing to your early morning waking. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, often called CBTI, has been shown to be highly effective for older adults with sleep disruption. This approach teaches specific techniques for managing racing thoughts, reducing bedtime anxiety, and creating mental associations between bed and restful sleep rather than worry and wakefulness. Mindfulness and relaxation practices can be particularly helpful for reducing nervous system hyperarousal that contributes to early morning waking. Progressive muscle relaxation, deep breathing exercises, meditation, and gentle yoga can all help calm an overactive nervous system and prepare your body for more restful sleep. Environmental modifications can make a significant difference in sleep quality for older women. Ensure your bedroom temperature stays between 65-68 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the night. Use blackout curtains or an eye mask to block out any light that might disrupt sleep. Consider a white noise machine or earplugs if you're sensitive to sounds that might wake you during light sleep phases. If physical discomfort is contributing to early morning waking, address pain management proactively. This might involve anti-inflammatory medications taken under medical supervision, topical pain relievers applied before bed, gentle stretching or yoga before sleep, or heat therapy for muscle stiffness and joint pain. For digestive issues that disrupt sleep, avoid large meals within 3 hours of bedtime. Sleep with your head slightly elevated if you experience acid reflux, and consider probiotics to support healthy gut bacteria that can affect overall comfort and sleep quality. Medication timing optimization should be done in consultation with your healthcare providers. Ask about taking stimulating medications earlier in the day. Discuss whether any medications might be contributing to sleep disruption, and explore whether the timing of different medications might be adjusted to minimize sleep interference. Keep a sleep diary for several weeks to identify patterns in your early morning waking. Note what time you wake up, how you feel, what you ate the evening before, what medications you took and when, your stress levels, and any physical discomfort you experienced. This information can help you and your healthcare providers identify specific triggers and develop targeted solutions. Consider working with a sleep medicine specialist who has experience with older adults if your early morning waking persists. Despite trying these strategies, Sleep medicine has advanced significantly in recent years, and there are many effective treatments available for sleep disorders that commonly affect older women. Remember that improving sleep often takes time and patience. Your body may have developed patterns of early morning waking over months or years, and it can take several weeks of consistent changes to see significant improvement. Don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Most sleep improvements happen gradually as your body adjusts to healthier patterns. The goal isn't necessarily to sleep through the night without ever waking up. Most people wake briefly several times during the night, and this is normal. The goal is to be able to fall back asleep easily when you do wake up, and to wake up feeling refreshed and restored, rather than tired and frustrated. Your sleep quality affects every aspect of your health and well-being, from your immune system and cognitive function to your mood and energy levels. Taking the time to understand why your body is waking you between 3 and 5 a.m. and addressing the underlying causes is an investment in your overall health and quality of life. Don't accept poor sleep as an inevitable part of aging. While sleep patterns do change as we get older, consistently waking during the early morning hours usually indicates that your body needs attention in specific areas that can often be addressed with the right approach and support. If this information has helped you understand why your body might be waking you during these early morning hours, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content about maintaining health and vitality as you age. What have you noticed about your own sleep patterns? And which of these potential causes resonates most with your experience? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could help other women who are struggling with similar sleep challenges. And if you're interested in more content about optimizing your health as you age, be sure to check out our video about natural ways to boost energy and vitality after 60. Remember, quality sleep is foundational to feeling your best, and you deserve to wake up refreshed and ready to enjoy your days.